We appreciate you as always for getting back in. It's more Counter-Strike. It's the last day of groups, and I couldn't be more excited. I will never let you put me down. Faze Clan, Vitality, a banger here. Mirage to start. Harry, how you doing? Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Hugo. I'm really looking forward to this, man. I love what we've been getting out of Faze throughout this tournament. They've been so exciting. This is a big challenge for them, though. Vitality stand in their way. And, you know, we saw how easily Na'Vi were able to dismantle this Vitality squad just yesterday. So let's see what Faze can do. Smoke's down over here towards the A site at top con, and Vitality having to adjust around it. Faze have boosted up into the window and starting to take some position over towards this A bomb site. Olofmeister is the man to open it up with a kill onto ZywOo. And now Faze with a bit of real estate taken and really, you know, the ability to disrupt these rotations and essentially keep Vitality split between bomb sites thanks to Olof. What are they looking to do with this control?
This is so weird. Kyojin, he's dropped the bomb. He's coming on this mid flank, and Brokey's dead. Faze was so split up. It may have been 5-on-4, but they are all over the place. Twist getting a kill at least, keeps it in the 3-on-3, and Karrigan left from B comes out under. Kyojin's still there to worry about, and Twist is even coming in to try and grab that bomb, get it out of there, out of enemy territory and into more enemy territory. Apex has pushed out CT, and he knows dropping this bomb could win the round, but he can't. 2-on-3, 20 seconds. Kyojin's locked out, and Karrigan's playing with him. The bomb's been planted.
Oh, Karrigan's done a great job of wasting time here, man. Yeah, okay, he's traded onto by Shoxy, but he's let Twist and Olof get this bomb down and now get set up in the post plant. They hear Shox coming in through con. Bomb's planted wide, and there's Olof peeking out from jungle. That's a nice little post plant there. It gives Olof an angle into the bomb. He's able to just hold that from jungle, and you saw they were never ready for that on the side of Vitality.
I mean, that's a round that really comes down to not only the mid-round calling for Karrigan, but the individuals as well. Everyone's so alone. Everyone's so out on their island. They need to know the right thing to do. They need to, you know, all be winning their individual fights. And Faze, you know, there's a couple of scary moments in that round where the bomb dropped, for example. But, you know, good pickup from Twist. Karrigan providing a lot of cover down lower mid, and Faze will pick it up. Scary start. Force out for Vitality, not waiting around. And look at the stack. It's a Mirage Classic. Everyone up on the A site, you're hoping for this A split, and in fact, it won't be a split. It's just Faze setting up default. They can run smokes, but you'll notice everyone, or at least 4 out of these 5 CTs, are in front of where any smokes would be landing. So Faze, they're walking into quite the trap.
Yeah, you're throwing in this utility, but as you say, Vitality are already up in your face. ZywOo going to be one of the first players to open up the Suitor and his Deagle. Oh my word, the Deags, the stack, it's all too much for Faze Clan. Vitality, they might be onto a winner here. Kyojin with a nice double, and this 4-man stacking at the A-bomb site serves them well. It's heartbreak for Faze, who realized just a little bit too late that they actually are in the lion's den.
Maybe that goes a little better if Twist doesn't get overwhelmed, right? He throws that deep molly onto the palace, onto the balcony, and so, you know, Vitality either have to drop or they have to commit. Of course they commit. They're both ready for that play, and Twist just gets overwhelmed. Then you're locked out of palace. Faze are walking out of 1 choke point into 4 players, and they're even armed now, so yeah, that's really the swing kill there in that round.
Yeah, everyone that was running out ramp was looking to trade the palace players, and they weren't even considering that there's still guys on default, there's still guys under palace. So yeah, that's a bit of a brutal round for Faze. However, Karrigan, good for the opener now.
Yeah, we were seeing this a lot yesterday, I won't lie. Like in the Mirage game with Vitality v Na'Vi, Apex was getting picked a lot in window on this CT side, and it got a bit scary near the end, right? Like going 5-on-4 immediately, and Faze now have all the room to just do what they want. They can sweat this round, they can bleed anything from it. They've got a boost up on mid, they've got Rain covering connector and short, and we've even got the bomb resetting A. In the meantime, Vitality are going for a gamble, but it's the wrong read. This will leave them saving, no question about it. If Faze walk out ramp and plant the bomb, there's nothing the Frenchman can do.
Yeah, this would really put a spin on the start to this series, wouldn't it, right? We'd have these 4 spy wars. Faze Clan, I mean, it's really feeling like they've done it. Like they've made the right read here, like they're moving in and nothing's going to go wrong. Vitality are just going to save these 3 guns. And in which case, suddenly, you know, they're force buying up next round as well. That's where, like, the extra money really does come in handy for Vitality. The fact that on some of these guys, you were able to, you know, get those free upgrades at the end of that last round. You know, you're still coming into this next, like, return force buy with a full buy, all things considered, right? You got 3 rifles plus the... well, I'm not counting as the FAMAS, you know, I'm not counting the FAMAS as a rifle in that, I just realized. And I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it?
You'd have 3 rifles, a FAMAS and an MP9.
Yeah, Faze are hunting, though. It's not going to be easy for Vitality. Yeah, Faze not throwing bodies at it. You know, that's fine. It would have been nice to see someone just dive out with a MAC-10, because 1 kill here really hamstrings the reinvestment. ZywOo holding on to the market. So Karrigan's gone. There was an attempt made by Faze, but really, they're just happy they win the round.
If I'm being honest as well, I think, you know, when we look at Karrigan in that game yesterday, I think his calling was great. I think individually, he probably wasn't too happy with where he was at, right? I do look at Karrigan and I think of someone who is a pretty, you know, he's one of these aggro IGLs. He doesn't really care if he succeeds in getting the kill. It's more about creating space, creating opportunities. However, yesterday he finished at a -17 in attempted entries. So, ooh, it's a little bit ugly when you look at that. I haven't seen numbers go that low.
Yeah, we saw that Taz tweet in the pre-match, right? Like talking about that, the context of stats and how they can be misleading.
No, definitely, right? And I think, you know, Karrigan is definitely one of these leaders who is good at doing that, right? He will gladly throw his life away to win a round. And I think when you compare and contrast that to the old leadership of Faze and Nico, someone who was kind of the polar opposite in how they led, right? The round was very much structured around him being the one to do the bulk of the damage, and he wanted to be last alive a lot. Well, Karrigan ain't like that, you know, and he does create a lot of opportunities for his team. So let's see, right? We got a little B play, little B rush. Masuta on this MP9, dead after 1. Once again, it's Karrigan going in first. Now, he will be this guy, lead him from the front.
Yeah, set up for the trade at least, right? And that's all Faze are doing right now, trading kills. There was only 1 man at B, and so Apex runs out market, goes 1 for 1 at least, but now we need a hero here for Vitality. It might have to be ZywOo. Most armed here. Shocks. Oh, the timing is missed. Now Twist doesn't need to repeat back in. The bomb is a planted default, though, so he can't stay on short forever. He's got that cross covered. They can peek on his contact, but they're already out. And ZywOo's got that first. Uh-oh, getting scary. ZywOo doubled up. And now it's Rain at the back of the bomb site, trying to stall, but double peeked by 2. And Vitality will take the defuse. Oh, kick grabbed. Oh, it's going to be close. I'm not sure. Oh, and they've got it.
Yeah, good awareness to have grabbed the kit and get on that with just enough time left. Real shame for Faze, man. They were all set up. They thought that was going to be their round, and then Vitality committing to that late retake managed to seize it back. This series, this map is already off to a rip-roaring start, you know, and it's only set to continue. Force buy back in out of Faze. Brokey with an AWP, a hero AK on Olaf, and full utility on the other 3 pistol players.
All right, this is not your average start to a T side, but let's see where it goes. Olaf lurking in Palace and Brokey looking for a ramp pick. Nothing presented. Of course, Shocks on an AWP. ZywOo running the AK. And why not with that double entry or double kill back into the retake? Feeling it so far. And he's got Con on lock as well. Shocks holding the B apartments with his AWP, but that's not where Faze won. You'll notice the bomb at ramp. It's another one of these under splits. ZywOo, his timing is everything, and the smoke comes down at a pretty good time. That does, however, allow a boost to come in. Apex, not in the window this time around, is sat back in the Palace. Ooh.
Okay, Rain's Deagle opening up the round. Now Karrigan through connector. He needs this kill because Kyojin, the guy that he couldn't finish off, has just wrecked one of his teammates. Still, he does get mopped up eventually by Rain. Masuta sneaking up through Con is trying to wrap in at this A bomb site. And with Rain so low, And there is a chance for Masuta that he could bring this back into a 2-on-2. He's going to need to entice Shox to join him in this retake now. Brokey with this hero AWP, they don't know about it, right? He's in the post plan. This is where you want that AWP, but a missed shot out of Brokey. Now they know, second time's the charm. Oh, what? Brokey taking matters into his own hands. Has put a third on the board for FaZe Clan, and the 4-spy wars continue.
Oh, he's so stylish, man. That's not even fair, right? They catch him under, he misses his shot. They decide, hey, we can molly him, he's trapped. And then you get peeked with the molly in hand. Up the ladder, in to take down Shox on the AWP, and it doesn't get much better than that for FaZe.
I like that as well. It's a very confident display out of Brokey, right? He's not deterred by missing the first shot. He's immediately back in fighting again. Yeah. Movement piece up the ladder to get the swing the second time around.
And this is a great round for FaZe to, dish death to the bad economy of Vitality, to B-Rush. It's a fast one. And again, Karrigan leading with the MAC-10, clearing a lot of angles. He is dead once more. Can they get that trade, though? It's looking uncomfortable. Finally, Olaf blinded comes in, and Brokey cuts down Shox from short. More CTs are flooding into the bomb site.
Oh, yeah, ZywOo is also in with a hero AWP. They're both putting, both teams putting so much faith in their AWPer in these 4-spy rounds. However, Vitality...
They heard that.
They might now. Oh, ZywOo with the reposition, getting fancy with it. Makes the movement happen to get him onto the short side. And he's here quickly. Brokey's AWP finds its way on Olaf, but now it's dropped out a bench. And so it's all on Twists versus ZywOo. Twist has pushed up into the market, holding for this cross. And ZywOo with... almost all the kills in this clutch to his name already. Is he going to stop one shy? Nope. It does look like it. Twist sidelines him. And they do clash. FaZe Clan win it out, taking 2 in a row, finally putting a stop to the 4-spy wars. And it turns out, right, ZywOo wasn't enough with that hero AWP.
Yeah, damn good attempt, though. I love that from Vitality, right? They realize, again, they're getting B-Rush. They don't have the numbers there. And instead of letting things get weird in a post-plant when they don't have a kit, they're on pistol AWP, that's not a retake setup. They're just running in, wave after wave of CT defense. FaZe getting overwhelmed. It brings it down to a 1-on-2, but ZywOo cannot convert this time around. And you take those opportunities where you have them for FaZe. To shut down ZywOo out of clutches early in the game is a good feeling. And Twist at the helm of that as well. He really, we've had the chance to cover a lot of FaZe's matches here at Cologne so far. So from what we've seen, Twist has been a real beast. He's been a real talking point, LAN player. And yeah, maybe the missing piece to the puzzle that is FaZe Clan right now. My, what a back and forth start. Even so, we can see the money in the bottom right for Vitality. They're down to 2k a player. It's going to have to be a full eco now. This lets FaZe get quite the lead early in the first map.
I love the way these 4-spy wars kind of petered out as well. Like it was both teams putting full faith in their AWP player, right, and just letting them bring out the hero AWPs. Really was a treat to see it kind of culminate in that fashion. And I mean, now we're just waiting to get these little tech problems sorted out.
Yeah, we've got just one PC crash, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes, I've been told. So hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah, it's just Apex dropping from the server for now.
It's a good start out of Olafmeister as well. Like, this has been a really exciting part about this FaZe squad, right? You can take a look here on this list. Actually, we got a look both the teams, so you can see that ZywOo has been giving us an incredible tournament as we expect, right? Yeah. Shox up there behind him. Looking over at the FaZe Clan side, I like the kind of gap that we're getting developing between Twists and the rest of the crew, right? He's really emerging as a star. When he came into this squad, I think that was one of the most exciting prospects, right? This idea of having one of these legends of North America reinvented in Karrigan's system and really, driving home the star power.
Yeah, we really are like taking international teams to the next level, right? In Counter-Strike, right? I say the olden days. A few years ago, it was only, we'll get a few Europeans, we'll put them together. Now, man, we're now importing, NA players over to EU. We are importing Australian players over to EU as well. Like, we've got regions all over the place. So many South American teams even boot camping in this region as well. So that's really cool. CS really is turning up worldwide, and I imagine in a year or so from now, when things are more back to normal, we'll have even more of that. So how awesome is it? Shame we couldn't have the cold twists Karrigan combo, right? We've got 3 regions represented, but even so, this Faze team certainly looks to be a scary one, as Vitality are learning the hard way. We're back in, folks. Faze Vitality, full eco now for the French side, and Faze's chance to run away with it.
Yeah, this is going to let them get off to, just feeling leaps and bounds ahead, right? You've had these little force buy wars. The fact that it's the T side winning it out is very significant as well. We've seen how punishing this CT money can be, and actually Vitality have been on the receiving end of that in that Na'Vi game just yesterday.
Sure.
So this is a pretty quick mop-up here out of Faze, right? Just USPs peeking middle. Nice chance to pad your stats, and Brokey and Karrigan are going to do exactly that.
Yeah, you learn a lot from a team as to who's holding W when the USPs are out, right? Who's trying to farm those ecos. And it's Brokey and Karrigan getting the job done between the two of them. Here's another buy for Vitality. They're not going to have the orb this time around, right? Just a bit of loss bonus, that is it. And so kits are lacking, no Molotovs either. Masuta will last second get a kit, that's important. I mean, that's what won Vitality that B retake round, where his kit was dropped under the window. So awkward for Kyojin, he's dropped under. Looked like he wanted to jump up, but it's a double under push, so it might be all by design. 2 CTs moving in behind Karrigan. Has he heard the steps?
Oh, it really doesn't look like it, but he is going to start to come back, but he's got his knife out. Karrigan, dead man, swept aside. Rain is also low as he tries to trade that kill out there. Masuta surprises him as that second player out through lower. Brokey still up in the apartments with the bomb, doesn't want to throw that away, trying to trade these kills. And at the same time, you don't want to give the bomb away attempting trade. You need something in this situation if you're Faze. So Twist tried to pressure his way out through ramp, and now has dug the hole even deeper for Faze Clan. It's a 2-on-5, and just under the minute mark now, you might already be thinking about trying to save this somehow, some way.
Wow. Yeah, I think they're still going for it. Olaf looks interested, he looks invested, and they've got nades to do it with Lurker coming out under with the bomb. This kill needs to happen though, and it won't. Apex is faster, and Brokey is too slow, too late to this clutch. 1v5, gets Wu, dumps his util while he still can, but how much further can he really go?
I mean, just doing damage here is good enough. You want to try and keep this CT money on the back foot. One more kill could have achieved that goal.
Yeah.
Not able to get it. Kyojin having a nice round there. Vitality up onto 3. And with 4 staying alive, that's pretty big, right? It lets them build up some money early on. It means you can start to move away from that point of getting reset, something that we saw happen to them constantly in their series versus Na'Vi. The Na'Vi T sides were really what set Na'Vi up to win that series.
Yeah. No doubt about it, right? So Faze already trying to deal out the same blows. They've got another AWP on Brokey as well. He's going to try and take a deep B peek. Molly behind him, and Brokey almost given ahead. Almost given enough to fire. But instead, it's just a climb up for Masuta, aggressive in the apartments, taking risks. This is very common, though, for Masuta. I'm sure FaZe have done their homework. They know what to expect, especially on a map like Mirage. It's their pick in the series after all. They seem to believe. And we do have a very good veto for this BO3 as well, right? Obviously, every good series ends in Inferno. We'll have to see if we get there.
This is a very, very slow round, isn't it? No one wants to be the first player to die in this server. You know the kind of impact a round like this can carry, especially if you're FaZe Clan here, right? Where your back's against the wall. You lose this, you're broke, and suddenly Vitality are springing back into the game at 5-5. So they're keeping it really safe, really slow, and it's left them with 30 seconds. They do have mid control, And they've been waiting all round. There's the opener now, right? And at the 30-second mark as well, you couldn't have asked for a better time to have stolen a player away. Now the explosion of FaZe Clan players into the A site looks to come through, but Apex has dropped the bomb. Apex is trying to make a play. 10 seconds, the plant's got to come in. Masuta back in CT. Can he deny it? Oh my God, he could. Brokey all alone, 1v1, and Masuta wipes out FaZe Clan, damn near single-handedly, inspired from the fine trigger work he sees from Apex earlier on to set them up. Masuta closes it out with 3.
That should not be a winning round for Vitality, right? The time may be problematic, but it's really not what costs FaZe the round. Great shots for Masuta. You think the cover's there, but not enough of it. What a round. And taking down Brokey with an AWP in the post plant as well. That's impressive. Brokey, he's a clutcher on FaZe. That's what we know him for. So good at whipping out these 1v1s. Not today. 5-4, and finally FaZe feel the burn. They are broke.
Oh, ZywOo will get his head taken off over in middle. Shots.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, actually, it's Apex dying in window as well to a Glock out of Karrigan. And now Rain has made the jump into ladder from window. The speed at which Rain got up here is crazy. And now he's rapping for another.
Oh, no.
Masuta will hopefully bail them out. And that is the bomb dropped in top mid. Karrigan, with just a Glock, is having to go around the world attempting to find a gun.
There might be guns, yeah. There might be chances here for Karrigan. Don't count him out. 1v2, there's an M4, and now he moves in. Oh, he's just missed the timing, and he's got to kill top mid, but the spray is so close, yet so far. 10 health remaining on Kyojin is more than enough. And my God, you know, FaZe, you've got to say goody after that round, right? They just run wild in middle, double deegs. We get Karrigan glocking fools, but the important factor, Vitality still keep a net on it. They don't lose the round. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. FaZe know they can capitalize on the damage they've done. They can break the money, they can break the morale, and they can take the lead right back.
So we are going to get them going back to some mid control on the FaZe side. Pretty ballsy considering the AWP is in play on ZywOo, but he's only got it over here in the A-bomb site. So actually mid might be where you want to find yourself if you're FaZe. If they go back to A, we're going to get this duel between Brokey and ZywOo. Looks like a tantalizing prospect that we might get to see unfold on our screens. Olofmeister sneaking out through lower tunnels as a window smoke down and a con smoke following up. So he's got a decent bit of room over here in mid. The rest of FaZe set up back at ramp. Now, they don't have any utility really to help with the A play. Olof has one smoke, but he's in connector. That's not really where you want that. ZywOo has already dealt with Rain, and Olof coming out of con now, getting pressured, has dealt with Apex. Brokey and the rest of the motley crew for FaZe trying to seek out through ramp and into the site. There is this smoke down in jungle. Masuta looks like he wants to go through, and he will. Kyojin alongside him, and in the blink of an eye, Vitality clamp down on that A play. FaZe Clan, it all kind of grinds to an awkward halt. As mentioned, they really didn't have the utility to get into that A site there. It grinds to a very awkward halt at ramp. Honestly, it kind of looked like something out of an MM game, man, where everyone's stuck out towards Tetris. You don't actually have the smokes to cut off the ZywOo AWP and CT spawn. I think the moment you see that the AWP is there, and you see you don't have smokes to actually deal with the guy, you know you're in for a bad time.
Yeah, it draws so much attention, and ZywOo even throws like a little smoke in front of CT as well, just to draw more eyes to his position, even though he doesn't fight. Takes the first this time. Carrigan very deep. No one knows. Freebie onto Zywoo. Now there's another triple. Carrigan trying to support. Lots of damage off of the Deagle, but he can't convert the kill. And the tap for Kyojin is filth. Oh my god. Masuta cleaning up the bomb. And Olaf in the backline. Has he been heard? No. Headshot to Masuta might give Faze a chance. But Olaf, he's going to put distance between himself and the package, wrapping around elsewhere, going through apartments. I think the expected play here would be take market, right? Go into CT spawn, make the big wrap. And so this might not be what Vitality have in their mind.
Yeah, down through lower for Olaf Meister. Shocksy! Olaf's been spotted. Trying to win this in the 1v2. They double swing him. Shox lands the AWP shot. And no love given to Olaf Meister today. Vitality building upon this lead. Kyojin and Masuta, the spearheads to this whole thing as well. Really impressed with what we've had out of these two to open up this game. We spoke at great lengths yesterday before that Na'Vi matchup about, you know, how similar the kind of tale is, what with Kyojin, Masuta, Zywoo, these three like young guns haven't been phased in over the course of this Vitality squad's history. And you know, the question of, well, we know Kyojin has mechanical skill. Are they able to get the same mileage out of him they have with guys like Masuta? And it's starting to feel like it, right? He's given us some great series as of late. Out into mid-go phase, the AWPs just tearing through them. Carrigan will respond with a nice little headshot there onto Apex, and Zywoo is keen to keep this in the advantage of the Frenchman. Kyojin waiting back on default is dead to Olaf, and this A bomb site now is a tantalizing prospect. Once again, the lack of utility is something worth mentioning here as FaZe try to move in. They don't really have anything outside of that Molotov that's just forced Zywoo out of jungle. You haven't been fast enough to capitalize though, because Vitality are now all peeking you from CT.
Yeah, nice cover for Carrigan, but it's still not enough. Brokey gets picked by the AWP, and Zywoo's going up and over. Oh, the flash is beautiful. Pushes him back, but Carrigan can't cross. It's a double AWP, denying the round for FaZe. Olaf's got to save it, and he can't. Zywoo, low health, no problem, hits the shot, and it's Shox and Zywoo finding 5 between the two. Vitality. It may have been these forced by wars at the beginning that really favored FaZe, put them in the lead, gave them all the money, all the room in the world. But once these big guns have come out, Vitality have taken the edge.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal. Like, FaZe are forcing up again. And I think that's so ballsy, especially when you think that the utility's just been a reoccurring nightmare at this A-bomb site. And now you're going in with rifles out. Mate, you've got one smoke. You've got to just try and brute force your way in. And when it comes to force, Kyojin, mate, he's a straight up Jedi. Look at this. Carrigan will respond with a double. It's all cancelled out by Apex on the rotation, who takes matters into his own hands, gets some revenge for last round as well, and puts Vitality up onto 9.
Damn, dude, the early B rounds were really good for FaZe, right? Some of these rushes, some of these fast short plays, the you know, Vitality couldn't put a stop to, I actually really liked. Now we're going back into just, you know, A ramp rushes, and, you know, you've mentioned this twice on 2 of these A plays, just not have a till in these 3-on-3s to stop Vitality, to cut off these AWPs that are winning rounds. FaZe, they just keep, you know, doubling down at A, and it's not working. Brokey through the Molotov, and he does actually hit the shot. That takes a lot of damage from the flames. Was it worth it? We'll have to find out. Meanwhile, FaZe regrouping in under. Apex has taken a lot of space in middle, and Zywoo has his top to cover, so Apex can just hold lower from this position. It's very dirty. It's not the first place you're looking if you're Olaf, and so Apex opens up. Rain trades, and he even picks up 2. Somehow still standing. Zywoo drops Carrigan at the top of middle, and here's the B flank that we've been waiting for. Masuta getting his revenge. It's all fallen up into the air here for FaZe. And Masuta's backed out safe B.
Where this bomb's posted and who's responsible for carrying it. You know, you might say that Masuta being able to fall back through the apartments and get into this B site is something that ends up making or breaking this round for Vitality. He's here ahead of time. The bomb coming his way. Twists and Brokey still to go up against it. Certainly not the not the easiest of competition on the other side, right? Guys like Twist, guys like Brokey, these have been two of the top performers for FaZe Clan. And so Masuta, he's got a tall order ahead of him. He's got a big weight on his shoulders. Is that weight going to be too much to bear as they come in towards B, swinging at bench? Brokey decapitates him, and we're left in a 2v2 at this B site.
Oh, anyone's round at this point, but they're very fast up. Cap Brokey's further damage. He's sat down so low. Oh dear, dead eventually. Twist now sitting in the middle of the bomb site, trying to catch a kill, but they're not being offered up. And Shox will close the half. Vitality, a slow start, but a strong finish. And the ending is all anyone really remembers. 10-5 of the half, and the Frenchmen are looking pumped up. Let's see if they can keep it going on FaZe's map pick in the second half.
For the event, we didn't, I would say, make a specific preparation. Basically, we had a lot of months now where we didn't have a break. So after the IEM summer, we took 1 week of break, which was really needed. And after that, we just came up and took the last 10 days of practice to fix the principal mistakes, I would say, that we believe it's going to be important to fix for Cologne.
Hey Future Pros! We are back on Mirage, but this time with a fantastic flash. This is for the CT side to use for mid-window and useful for retaking mid-control. To perform it, line yourself up at this point on the ground. Aim to the right side of this vent along the flaked off pane. Toss the flash and this should hopefully catch an unsuspecting T off guard. Easy kills for you, good luck!
Never die. Whoa. Fading as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We rise. Everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die.
Team Vitality. They may be looking stressed in the cams, but they ought to be feeling fine after that first half. The CT side of Mirage nets them a double-digit half, and FaZe Clan on the back foot on their map pick. My oh my, this is certainly starting to be a banger here, and we're finishing the groups today at IEM Cologne. This game is, of course, elimination. We're going to go on to face the winner of Heroic v Furia, which is going on right now on the B stream, and they will then play for that last playoff spot. Cutthroat indeed, but that's the way it's got to be. And talking to B, that's exactly where Vitality are going. Flashing over the top. Olaf is alone at the bomb site, but he's calling for support. Brokey from short, and 2 more flooding out the market. Oh, the players are here. The numbers are all hitting for Rain. Lovely little taps on the USP, and he is eventually cleared up through the smoke. But I've not got money on Shox winning this one.
Yeah, right. As good as this guy is in clutch situations, 1v3. to find the pistol. You're asking a hell of a lot. He's going around the world, all the way back through T-Spawn, in an effort to make this bomb plant happen and give himself a chance. But I gotta say, I love this out of Brokey. Taking Palace, not peeking anything, hearing the footsteps now, you can just collect your free kill, and there it is. FaZe Clan secure themselves that pistol round there.
Yeah, Rain. Oh, that was lovely from him. Just tapping, flicking with the USP and finding 3 in the process. A must-win round for FaZe, considering how this game is going right now. There was quite a streak at the end there for Vitality, quite a storm from what was their CT side, so FaZe need to one-up them. Man, what have we got here from the French side? Shox is saving, everyone else is full board. D-Garma. I know Shox is just late to buy, so Vitality giving this a go with the Deagles. Palace push. Twist in the best spot for this, especially with an MP9. Going to be able to farm here as Vitality lay up the util for A. Got full smokes being lined upstairs, jungle. No CT, but no problem, you'd think. And here we go.
Yeah, however, right, with the Palace smoke going in, Rain has also got plenty of time to get himself set up back towards CT with this rifle. Him and Twists are like a terrifying 1-2 punch here, and they just tear through Vitality's attempt at a Palace play. Olaf Meister going to deal with the last man back in mid. And FaZe, all right, this is a little bit nicer now, right? You can still stumble back to your feet on the back of getting these conversions.
Yeah, this gap is going to become pretty small once the anti-eco's over. So that's a good feeling for FaZe. Definitely needed this pistol in order to not get washed out of the map. And at that point, going into Dust 2, ooh, scary situation. Obviously, no overpass in the series as Vitality won't go for the big pick, but FaZe aren't complaining. Flash for under. No one peeking it, though. Brokey's still covering top mid for Twist, allowing him to hang around in con, check bottom. And there is a player eventually crawling through that tunnel as well. It's ZywOo. Finally, the mid-contact getting made, and, well, money as well here for FaZe as they just pick up freebies. Rain will die on the A site. That's the only casualty. No plant available with a bomb back top mid. It's just about damage here for Apex. Any kills would be lovely, but he can't convert the spray. Aim punched away, and Brokey will live with 3 kills in that round. FaZe up to 8, and this is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The big buy from Vitality. Still a bonus round for FaZe, however. But all the more sweeter if they win it.
Yeah, you know, as far as bonus rounds go, you're still pulling the AWP in here. You've still got 3 rifles in play. So, all things considered, this is still a good round for FaZe in terms of firepower. Apex going to start to make his way down into middle, and he's dropped himself a con smoke and also a molly, trying to force players out of this position while the rest of Vitality pressure B. It's an all-in B play to open up their T side. Carrigan wrapped by Apex on shore. That comes off the lack of the mid-info after Apex smokes off con, and we're left in a 3v3 retake over here at the B site.
Yeah, just dumping smokes now, trying to stall this retake out, but they're just waiting anyway. FaZe are in no hurry. Look at this big flank through the apartments. Rain coming in on the back line. Olaf, oh, he's peaked by ZywOo. And now this AWP coming to life has less players to consider and therefore more positions. He can hold this Apps flank if it were to be coming in, which is not. With that kill in the 3-on-3, it's forced FaZe's hand. They're going to be saving, hoping for exits at least, but with Vitality leaving through the one position FaZe don't have, of course, seems like they will be getting away with it. Rain would have loved to go for the Ninja, but no kit. And so Vitality, who still remain close to the bomb site, to avoid that exact scenario, find 11. Now that double save for Faze does at least allow another reinvestment, right? It was, of course, a bonus round. They kept enough. They've got an AWP, they've got one SMG, but otherwise everyone is armed. They've actually got a double orb. Faze throwing everything at Vitality and seeing what works.
Oh, Rain with the ramp aggro. Now, depending on timings, he could get a lot of information out of this. At the very, very least, he's here as an early warning sign. And so that kind of frees up the other A players to go and help out elsewhere. Olaf Meister, with this AWP, has removed Kyojin early on in the round. And that's quite a big player to find when you think about the kind of game Kyojin's having. You know, he's top of the board for Vitality. He's above folks like ZywOo. So he's been instrumental at creating the opportunities to have enabled this scoreline for Vitality. With Olaf knocking him out in the opening stages of the round, we need someone else to take that mantle. Luckily enough, you're not really shy on players who can do it on this Vitality squad.
Oh, Twist, don't tell me you're going to do something crazy here. They're coming through connector. He's behind them, but that smoke hasn't faded yet. Right now, they've actually slipped the net. Rain is on a wrap through Palace, but he's lost the ramp, and that's where Shox has come in, getting flashed out from the connector players, and now Vitality. They own the site. They're all confused. Where are Faze? It's a full retake setup. They're waiting for Rain to go on the big wrap, and they've still got two orbs, one in CT up close. That's a swing from Twist, catching ZywOo by surprise, and now they wait for Rain.
Yeah, Rain comes back after his ramp push, right? Returning to the area he once owned. Only good for the first, but it's still information gained. You know, you got Masuta trapped out on an island here. You don't know the whereabouts of Apex, but you're imagining it's Palace if you're FaZe Clan. You've cleared the rest of the site, so he's got to be Palace or ramp. Twist is on the bomb, and Apex dies to the swing. Olaf Meister there. A big round out of Olaf, right?
Yeah.
You've loved whenever we've had him delivering. Here, he shows he can don that AWP still as well. He's got himself a nice double. And ultimately, that ends up being one of the main fixings of that round for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, I love that this second AWP on Faze is so like undecided. It's so up for
anyone
grabs.
uses it in any,
Yeah.
you know, like just depended on feeling. It feels
Yeah,
like.
it's like, oh, okay, I've got a spawn, or I'm playing this position, or I think they're going to do this. I'm just going to AWP this round. Like Twist will pull it up on like Dust 2B site, and he'll get 5 kills on a tunnels rush. You know, we've seen 4 out of 5 players on Faze use the AWP this tournament already. Obviously, no AWP from Rain, rare to see, but always a delight when it does come through. So is his rifling, so why change? 11-9 Vitality, they're still holding the lead, but FaZe with some gun rounds now are sneaking in behind. ZywOo clearly got his work now cut out for him with his double orb, raining down death. Early molly in the window from Faze. That's to put off this smoke you see from, Vitality. Rain's looking through it, but unfortunately the smoke still lands. There are lineups to throw that often, disregard the Molotov thrown in window and still bloom perfectly, or at least enough to not let CTs get an advantage. ZywOo's AWPing ramp. He's been smoked out, and Rain's catch shots coming in through the window. There's the fast A. ZywOo catching Brokey with an AWP of his own, and Olaf wants to stop this lurk. Sneaking up is Mizuta, but Olaf catches a corner, and now it's left down to just the site players. More entries, more necessities here for Vitality. They're trying to plant. Coming through the smoke, though, is Rain, and he can't deny it in time, but he can still win this retake with a surprise.
Yeah, there's that opener, and now the pressure on for ZywOo and Apex. ZywOo with this AWP, alone at ramp. Knows as a player at stairs, he sees the utility going over. Time still ticking off this bomb. They tap it on the FaZe Clan side, and that baits a peek out of ZywOo. Now we look at Apex to have to deliver. There's number one. However, Olaf swings out from the stairs and puts a stop to that clutch in its tracks. Very, very speedy at getting into the site. It gives them a lot of time. Very, very speedy at getting into the site. It gives them a lot of time. It gives them a lot of opportunities to tap that bomb, to bait out peaks. Vitality are the ones feeling the pressure, especially with smokes going in to cut off Apex, to cut off ZywOo's vision of that bomb. And then they just play around the taps, right? They touch it, they bait that first peek from ZywOo. That's when Karrigan nails him. And when it's all left onto Apex, Olaf is very, very comfortable. Just says, look, I can hold ramp. I've got him if he peeks up. He can't deny the defuse. And so Faze are right back into this game.
Yeah.
This is now very, very exciting, right? I'll be honest, when we got this first half, I was a little bit worried. You know, Faze, they were really trying to keep the pressure on with 4 spies to the point where maybe it got like overzealous. Now they're right back at that team that we've seen throughout the entire event.
Yeah, really nice retakes. The calls are going well. Faze aren't rushing the gun as well. And we've still got the double orb raining down death. Shocks fast through the ramp smoke. No fear from this guy, and maybe warranted. Well, Brokey's on the stairs, but he's getting pressured from Rain. Shocks is trying to live now. He's all alone. He's keeping up the pressure for this Conrad, and there's 4 players coming in from the middle. Now 3, rather. ZywOo's double back through spawn, and Olaf up on catwalk, catch Kyojin. Rain's even helped out on the A site. He spotted ZywOo come back late from ramp. That's been smoked. And so have Vitality. They're just getting peaked in all positions. Twist not getting the better of that fight. At least will have to give up window. But in a 5-on-3, the pressure is on the French side.
Yeah, it feels like they're hoping Apex can be the guy to create opportunities here. Right, and essentially he's looking to come through while either while they're pulling attention away, or he'll serve as the distraction. That part is still yet to be seen. But Apex is a key piece of this puzzle. It's a 1-2 hit, right? While your attention is fixated at one of these positions, the other is meant to be able to have a lot more room to maneuver. ZywOo making contact out through ramp, and Apex getting spotted in con. Now, this isn't really what you wanted. You kind of wanted Apex to be a bit of a surprise till the rest of the guys have made their way in. The fact that he's seen now means Faze are ready for what's coming their way, and Rain mops up the round. Great stuff. That info on Con comes in at the perfect moment. They get such a good bearing on what's going on there out of Vitality, and so no one is caught off guard.
Yeah, really nice rounds out of Rain recently, right? Especially on the CT side. It began with that, USP triple tap on the B bomb site, and he has kept it up, anchoring A round after round. Some of these flanks on ramp, some of the info, as you say, that is being garnered by Faze. Yeah, this is going to be really frustrating, and you can see it's coming through for Apex as well on the Vitality cams. Very, very annoying stuff. But that was a 3-on-5 from the get-go, right? That was already Vitality trying to dig themselves out of the dirt. And now their money is exactly that. Just 3 to 4K a player. It's going to have to be a half buy of some degree. Maybe a faster B approach, something that worked for Faze in their T sides earlier. Maybe Vitality should go back to it. Because A side right now is looking as terrifying as it did on Vitality's defense.
Yeah, it's certainly starting to get a little bit worrisome, right? Like, on top of that, I think, we're having some very, very integral parts come to life for Faze at the right moment, while simultaneously some of the guys that were really doing their all to create this success from the first half have kind of slowed down on the side of Vitality. They've been getting cancelled out by this Faze squad. So maybe just a B rush here on this partial investment, right? Keep it nice and simple. You haven't really seen much of this B site either for a while now. So just to give Faze the reminder that, yeah, we're still capable of doing these faster rounds. You throw it in on an eco, you kind of test the waters of this B site a little bit. You see if it can put a stop to this rush, because if it can't, well, hey, you've just found kind of maybe your golden goose, as it were. Utility going over. Olaf Meister holding with this orb, and up in the apartments is Karrigan as well. Karrigan, we want a big moment out of him here. Olaf's going to draw that first bit of attention away, and now Karrigan with a chance at the mowdown secures the first. Deeged after that, however, Olaf has put a stop to this rush with the AWP, and there's Twist to lock it in. 12 on the board for Faze. Now they're in the lead. It's been a long time since they've been in this position at all. And so they're celebrating.
Yeah, that hurts for Vitality, right? You know, telegraphed B play, that's the danger of it. There's smokes coming over the top, enough warning for Faze to get a third player in the bomb site. And Olaf is carrying with the AWP right now. As good as Brokey may have been in that first half of getting picks, Olaf is just denying round after round with multi-kills. He's going for middle now, he's feeling it. Making a bit of a jump up to ladder. That was very smooth a movement from Olaf, and now he's going to be able to peek Cat. They're going to run boost. Can he hit the flick? It's not an easy shot, and he won't connect, but he now knows they're out in middle, and he's going to give up the angle. Decoy. Olaf playing with the hearts and minds of Vitality. Decoy, really only useful with an AWP. We see players like Simple use it on Dust too. He throws a decoy, runs down mid. You're hoping that someone peeks on the AWP shot. But after a few of them go off, it's pretty clear to Vitality, you know, it's all a bit of a ruse. It's a $50 fake. And up mid they go on this A split.
Olaf has been good at getting the mid openers. This time, it's him getting dealt a tag by Vitality and now having to concede this mid control. Roki will win his fight over towards Palace. And Twist lines up a double down in Con in the blink of an eye. This round, this A split is all on Masuta. Oh, a nice couple of kills. Oh, maybe a third, but Carrigan will win that fight. He had to win it, really.
Yeah.
It started to get a little bit worrisome with Masuta going on a tear. He puts a stop to the clutch attempt, and FaZe Clan up onto 13. Once more, the money gone from Vitality's bank accounts. A really worrying timeline here for Vitality, where they have to take another partial investment. That's kind of what they're eyeing up here, that they could invest on a few players. I'm really curious what the decision's going to be. You could pull in hero AKs.
Yeah.
You've got loss bonus,
You
right?
still want some money, right? You want to, you know, go for a buy rather that's going to get you a bomb plant, that's going to get you that bonus cash, and then that will justify putting in more money here and now. Obviously, the risk is if you don't get that plant, you're in hot water. But this game is full of risks. And for FaZe, it's full of rewards. 13 to 11. And we're just seeing FaZe look ferocious right now. They're having a great game. The double orb is doing everything it needs to be here on the CT side of Mirage. Vitality seemingly with no answers.
Yeah, I mean, really, right? It's once we got onto this CT side and we had Olaf and Brokey donning these, all this success has come in, right? Don't get me wrong, Brokey's been having a good game, but it feels supplementing that with a bit of Olaf Meister on his has just doubled down on this control the AWPs are able to take. And with mid being such a focal point from Vitality, it's really given Olaf a lot of room to put up kills on his AWP. FaZe leaning 3 towards the A bomb site. They have conceded this mid control, so they have to be cognizant about these con wraps that Vitality have attempted time and time again.
Yeah, we got this flash for Apex. This is one you can't throw in a pug, right? He knows he's safe in middle, but it's a very dangerous position. Flash going over. Masuta's walked through the ramp smoke. He's going to tell his team to wait. He's got more space than they are ready for, but he's also got the bomb. It's been spotted. First kill comes in. Rain cleared from under, and Brokey back in the spawn has to hold strong.
Yeah, I think Apex might have crashed, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like he's here.
Oh, yeah, that flash is not good.
Yeah, Masuta all alone in this one, trying to win it. He dies, and Apex alone in mid. I saw him when we cut to look. His hands aren't even on the keyboard, man. He's looking very frustrated. Knowing the kind of guy Apex is, knowing you know how into the game this dude gets, that is going to leave him in a rough headspace.
Yeah, I missed that player cam. I was looking at the feed, but like, yeah, that really sucks, man, because that could have changed everything, right? Just a flash over, you know, dead when the round is already live. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, there was it looked like moments before that happened. There was a bit of nade damage done onto Shoxy, and I see the players talking about it in chat now, saying, yeah, damage was done.
Damn it.
That is super rough. Apex's PC crashed after damage was done in the round. So little tech pause while we get Apex rebooted and back in the server. You know, it was only on like a partial round. You can make that case, but still, like, you know, you were exactly, and especially not on such an important round where Apex is meant to be throwing such an integral flash.
Yeah,
that is rough.
That is worst case scenario. Nothing you can really do about it, unfortunately. Vitality were the first to admit the damage had been done, and therefore the round does count for FaZe Clan, it seems. Yeah, and I mean that's a loss for everyone. FaZe never want a caveat on their win. Not that you could really, throw that on at this point in the game. Like they've earned their comeback, they've earned their rounds up until this point. And that was again a half buy. You've still got the full gun round here for Vitality. If they can relax, get their heads back in the game, there's still hope here. This first map is not a lock-in for FaZe by any means of the word, but just the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's not a good moment in the game to have experienced that, man. Not as well. As FaZe are like making this comeback happen, you're trying to go for some big hero, partial investment. And that happens. And to Apex of all people, like I think if anyone was going to be affected by that, he's definitely the guy.
Yeah, I think we're readying back up. It looks like most players are ready to go. We'll find out in just a moment, though, at least.
Yeah, I see Apex in the server. He's bored up. So I imagine we're back to normal now. Yeah, team's calling ready. Freeze time cancelled. We're ready to get back into this one. Apex, welcome back to the server. We want a triumphant return from Apex, right? That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this has fired the guy up in all the right ways and not all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
This is Vitality's chance to deny 15 to FaZe Clan and give themselves a chance to still finish this in their favor in regulation.
Yeah, Kyojin taking mid. We got the glass orb for ZywOo. He's going to look for a B pick, post up perhaps. Olof is there though. He's getting boosted as well up on the balcony. Now deep angle getting taken for ZywOo. If Olof walks in, he's a dead man, but he's got the pixel gap instead. There's nice info at a very little risk. If ZywOo tries to cross out, he needs to be extremely quick. Meanwhile, FaZe have double pushed the ramp. They've taken a lot of room. They know it's a B play. Olof knows what he's walking into, and he's still pushing forward, trying to take down that AWP. Eventually, he gives it up, right? The call is in. Look at the minimap. Vitality are boxed into these apartments, and they have no idea.
Yeah, they don't realize how much FaZe Clan know. They're going to shut down the short wrap, and now Vitality have got to hit go, or else they're going to get wrapped onto. Carrigan with his AUG holds down the site, and Olof not missing a beat. It's all left onto Shoxy, and that apartments wrap is about to come in. Twist surprises him. FaZe Clan up onto map point now. 15-11 and no money for Vitality.
Yeah, we were waiting, Harry. We were wondering, how long would it take for a Carrigan-led FaZe to, find their form back again and start to look like the team like they once did with him in the roster? Well, maybe sooner rather than later. This is quite a commanding lead for FaZe. A huge comeback. Remember, this is a 10-5 half for Vitality. FaZe never let go of the mouse. Quick shots in middle, Brokey won't connect, but Olof, he's still here. He wants a piece of the pie. Vitality with a lot of players in middle as well. Got to watch out for that right side. He's going to get rushed up on the chair. Olof gets out alive at least. Flashed himself back in, very keen, and he's going to hit the shot. That is obscene onto Kyojin. 15-11, and 4 more kills will put FaZe in map 2.
Yeah, and once again, it's this pesky double orb setup. Olof managing to be so oppressive on this secondary orb. There's almost more of a spotlight on him than there's been on Brokey towards the end of this game. A man down now for Vitality. A last-ditch attempt into another one of these Conta A plays. Apex throwing the cursed flash will get it up and over this time around. Is it going to make the difference? It's not looking like it. He finally had a chance to party, and Apex all alone, cancelled out by Rain. FaZe Clan take the victory. They lock in Mirage. They go 1-0 up in this.